Oh yeah, oh. Travel the most loving number 10 ma. Tani tigni telephone da sakasak. Second tigni kena torafin titala round town.
My name is Joe. I'm the half-caste son of an Afghan teamster and an Australian Aborigine woman.
A sense of authenticity has long been sought after in Australian cinema. Both the 1955 film Jedda by Charles Chauvel and the 2015 film Tanna by Martin Butler and Bentley Dean strive for this goal. However, despite this and many other surface-level similarities, examining the stories and productions of these two films reveals significant changes in the Australian cinema landscape, specifically in how we tell the story of First Peoples. Jedda tells the story of First Nations people as a plight, a noble but primitive culture faced with the challenge of either being overwhelmed by a more advanced one or of assimilating into it, and focuses on the conflict emerging around those who can assimilate and those who can't. In the article, Assimilation, Othering and Control, Looking Back at Jedda, Serenity explores this framing, revealing how it is built upon exoticism and othering. Bob Wilson, who played Marbach, and Rosalind Kunoth-Mungs, who played Jedda, had their names changed in the credits to sound more indigenous. This practice was not uncommon at the time, but when combined with the fact that both Rosalind and the actor for Joe, Paul Clark, who was a white man in blackface, have attested that they were not given scripts, and the overdubbing of indigenous characters with non-indigenous voices.
New boy Marbach, he's the same as any other boy.
Well, it paints a picture that suggests less a quest for true authenticity and more a desire to have the authentic narrative match with the preconceptions of the producers. Tanna stands in contrast to this. While there is no doubt that the story incorporates elements of the director's culture, with the structure of the story echoing that of Romeo and Juliet, accounts from production reveal a continuous effort to include the Yukal people in the creative process of the film. Shot entirely on the island of Tanna in Vanuatu, the film tells the story of how love marriage became part of the Katson, cultural laws and traditions of the tribes. Told as both a personal tragedy and a story of cultural growth, the film showcases a living culture, deeply engaged with both itself and the world. A scene where one character explains to another the importance of arranged marriage using Queen Elizabeth as his example stands out. From Jedda's framing, this would be impossible, as the assimilation of culture only goes one way. The cast speak entirely in their native languages, and many of them play themselves in the film. Most of the roles were cast via common consent, and an editing suite was set up so that the people could see how the film came together. In stark opposition to Jedda, the director did not begin with a preconceived story, but rather lived in the village for 6 months without an idea of what the story would be. This approach to authenticity, placing the culture and actors of First Nations people towards the centre of the creative process, shows that there has been a significant shift since Jedda was produced. While inequalities in the access to film production and distribution remain with us, it is heartening to see just how much has changed in our approach to telling First Nations stories.